Oh, hello there. Camera's a little off kilter there. Hello there, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation community. As always, I am Site Director Dr. Theron Sherman, the Site Director of Site 42 of the SCP Foundation, and as always, I am taking a little bit of time out of my day to educate, illuminate, and elucidate you all to the inner workings of the SCP Foundation, whether it be the groups of interest who battle us over containing anomalies, our illustrious staff who contain anomalies with the best of them, the anomalies themselves, which take a lot of work to contain. It's a bit of a headache. And finally, usually people have a lot of hypothetical containment procedures for anomalies that are outside the Foundation's purview, whether it's because they are from a different multiverse or a different pataphysical narrative level, i.e. fandom. Either way, all of the above, I am here to educate you about these things and talk about our subject of the day at the same time. Today's time check will be approximately a 1 hour to 1.5 hour coffee break. Meanwhile, let me say, first off, hello to M3A3 Bradley for being the first chatter of today's stream, as well as hello to Just Alice and your animated series Anomaly. If you want to go to the Just Alice YouTube channel, if you haven't seen that SCP animated series, it's 2 episodes in, and the script for episode 3 just got completed. I found this out because I'm a patron. So join Patreons of creators you want to make better stuff. It helps them out. On top of those folks, Junior Researcher Sally, Captain Echo, Captain Hikari, Silent Follower, Dark Duality, Billy the Go-Goat, welcome to chat, good to see you and thank you for being members, and Cyrus, Rice Lumps, Forfeit Moonlight, and Stop Motion Guy, welcome to chat just for being you. Checking my situation here, making sure all things are set as they will be. This is good. So, I've decided, because it was a fun idea and it was a silly time yesterday, I'm going to move for one more day of ranking our favorite mobile task forces based on how well Desk and I think they would do in a hot dog eating contest. Now, this will not be the last episode of ranking mobile task forces as hot dog eaters, because trust me, there are too many mobile task forces. It turns out the Foundation is a very large organization with way too many staff. The budget is ridiculous. So, while this isn't the last time we will rank mobile task force as how well they will do in a hot dog eating contest, I don't want to go for 3 in a row. So this is day 2, but it is certainly not the last time we will look at this. That being said, I want to start by reviewing yesterday's hot dog rankings. That way, you are all aware of what we accomplished yesterday, and so you don't ask me for the same mobile task forces again. So before we begin, let me pull up the document. And yesterday's Mobile Task Force Hot Dog Eating Contest ratings are as follows. Mobile Task Force Alpha 1, codename Red Right Hand. This is an F rank hot dog eating task force. They are by-the-book losers who would not even participate in a hot dog eating contest. In fact, they are the type of folk to eat hot dogs with a knife and fork. We do not approve of that level of uptightedness, even here at the Foundation, where the rules are very important. Meanwhile, Mobile Task Force Alpha 4, codename Pony Express. They are A-rank hot dog eaters. They are postal workers, so you know they crazy, you know they're all over the place. Meanwhile, they're very dependable. I just don't think they can make the S rank. Mobile Task Force Alpha 9, codename Last Hope, are D rank hot dog eaters. And this is because most of the team are artificial intelligences or androids. They are completely incapable of eating hot dogs in the first place. On top of which, the one thing they had going for them is they had SCP-5031, yet another murder monster, who could eat a whole lot of hot dogs, but is also tuned to finely made Michelin star food, so their palate wouldn't let them eat as much as they possibly could if they were still a ravenous beastie. Meanwhile, yes, they do have a couple human anomalies. They can eat hot dogs, so they're at D rank. They're not the worst, but they're not great. Mobile Task Force Delta 4, codename the Minutemen, are C rank hot dog eaters. They are the first on the scene. They are rapid response. They are fast, but they don't handle anomalies very much. They are the backup squad for when the real team shows up. So they are weak. Therefore, they are hot dog eaters of a C rank. Meanwhile, Mobile Task Force Epsilon-6, codename Village Idiots. They are also C rank hot dog eaters because they do not spend enough time in the cities. They handle small towns and suburbia. They don't go into the cities like New York and Chicago. They're not ready for the doghouse. So, Village Idiots are C rank hot dog eaters. Mobile Task Force Kappa 14, codename Sideshow Bob. Love that name. They are A rank hot dog eaters. You see, they are at the circus, which means they are very strong-stomached. They deal with carny food all the time. Excellent hot dog eaters. The problem is, their one weakness. They're used to corn dogs because they're at the circus. So they're not ready for the whole bun situation and not having a stick to work off of. So A rank, but not quite perfect. Next up, Mobile Task Force Omega-45, codename the Street Samurai. S rank. S rank, they are obviously Ninja Turtles. I could not make it any clearer than that. Neither could you. Next up, Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename Signal Boosters. That's right, you, the chat. What kind of hot dog eaters are you? Well, if it were to draw attention to SCP Foundation works, I believe you guys would be the most S rank of all hot dog eaters. Plus, I mean, our task force has 1 million people, so we are by far the largest task force. And therefore, yes, we are S rank the best hot dog eaters. Obviously, that's not the bias talking. It's a little bit the bias talking, but it's not the bias talking. Next up, Mobile Task Force Titan 1, codename Off the Books. They are B tier, mid hot dog eaters, but they are excellent at psyching out the competition. They do all sorts of subterfuge and counter intel. They could really psych out the opposition, scare them off. So while they're not great hot dog eaters, they are boosted to B tier by cowing the competition. Next up, Mobile Task Force Tal-5, codename Samsara. Now, Desk, you are here. I know you're running late, but you're coming up. And when you were here, we were doing some research yesterday to see if Tau-5 could actually eat hot dogs. Because they're all cyborgs. They're all cyborg clones. Do they even have digestive systems? We don't know. What do we find out? I'm looking into our back channel talks. Okay, we did not find an answer to if Tau-5 can eat yet. So we still need to look into that. So in the meantime, they are our only question mark rank. If we can find out if they can eat, we can learn what their hot dog eating prowess is. Second to last team, Mobile Task Force Epsilon-11. By the way, Upsilon, such a stupid way to pronounce that word. It is obviously Upsilon. I blame the Greeks, and I only had to spend 3 hours at Jesus Land yesterday because betting on saying it wrong, I had to eat a Bible and then get eaten by Vorjesus, SCP-5991, and spend 3 hours at Jesus Land, which honestly, it's an abandoned theme park. It's kind of boring and grody. That's all it is. It's not that fun. I did not enjoy it, but my stomach is still upset from eating that Bible. Anyways, Upsilon-11, codename Avalon's Wake, are B-rank hot dog eaters. They are strong fighters against groups of interest, but they are grossed out by hot dogs because one of their team is this regenerative healing guy who grows tumors all over his body, and it's weird and fleshy and gross. So hot dogs gross them out. And finally, our last task force from yesterday's rankings, The Mobile Task Furries. They don't have an official designation. They don't have a code name, but they are a real task force that is canon to the wiki. They run around in their tactical fursuits, taking out victims of SCP-3312, since they are unaffected by the cognitohazard involved. The Mobile Task Furries are a D-rank hot dog eating crew. The only reason they're not F-rank is because you run around in those suits enough, you are ravenously hungry and dehydrated. So you want those hot dogs and water so much, but their masks get in the way. It makes it hard to eat. Therefore, we are now, they are D-rank. That is the summary of yesterday's hot dog eater rankings. I wanted to get those out of the way all in one place. That way you have them, you can clip them, because in the future, after we do multiple streams of this, we are going to have a very long list of rankings. One day, we will have ranked all of the mobile task forces. And that will be a glorious day indeed. But for now, I saw some donations and I saw some gifting coming in during that long recap. So let me go back in the chat and make sure of what I've missed. First of all, Rails, Innuendos, Captain Pichula, Angie, Razdaz, James, and Regixies, as well as Drenanfo and Tyler. Welcome to Site 42 staff, and thank you for subscribing. Meanwhile, Baconhead Eating for Fun, thank you for gifting 5 Site 42 memberships to the chat. If you got those memberships, I very much hope that you thanked Baconhead Eating for Fun for their generosity in the battle against the white names. Pile of Moss, thank you for being the first dono to today's Site 42 stream. Grab yourself, I guess, some moist dew and sunlight on your way past the commissary. Is that what Moss eats, I guess? Hi, SCP-4521-B's husband here. Sorry about her. What? There's a -B? What are you speaking of? What? SCP-4521 is the tree. There's no -B in the document, let alone that -B is married to something. What are you talking about? I am very confused and concerned. I do not want more of those freaking trees messing up my vibe. Winston Artemis, welcome to overseership here at Site 42. We appreciate your high level of membership and your duty in the battle against the white names. Thank you so much for your generosity. The team appreciates it. Bravo Tango, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself some rations on your way past the commissary. The Marauder Corps dropping incoming Titanfall. The Marauder Corps dropping incoming Titanfall. I do not want to deal with frickin' giant robots, please, today. I am just here to rank the hot dog eating prowess of mobile task forces. Please handle that on the security side. I'd appreciate it. Desk, thank you for reminding me. Winston! Oh, you're from the old Pataphysics crew. I knew I recognized that name. Yes, good. Welcome. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you've been doing well. Just Alice, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some chicken wings on the way past the commissary. You should check out Mobile Task Force Beta-7, codename Mad Hatters. Is that the Mad Hatters or is that the Maz Hatters? I believe you're talking about Maz Hatters and maybe your autocorrect gotcha. I will look into it in just a second. Since you donated, that's the first mobile task force we'll look at. And Desk has one for me too. I'll check on that as well. Esther and Riz, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. That's right. Site 42 staff has some Riz now. I'm down with the young slang. Yes. Baconhead Eating for Fun, thank you for your member message as a mobile task force captain here. You are the best scientist. Well, thank you kindly. I do my best to bring knowledge and containment to the people. Sorry. Next up is Guardian Witch of the Commonwealth. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some red hot chili peppers on your way past the commissary. Could the Foundation contain the VHS franchise? Well, I mean, if we wanted to contain the movie franchise, we could use disinformation and block them from being shown in theaters. That would actually be quite simple. But I believe you're more talking about there's entities in there or something, I guess. It's an anthology series, Genesis plot. Clint tries to wake Lisa while Patrick confronts Lily, but she easily kills him and tears off his genitalia. What are you showing me here? I believe that yes, I'm going to contain this franchise from being shown anywhere, just because, thanks I hate it, as he crosses his legs under the camera. Jar Jar Binks, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a coconut shrimp on your way past the commissary. My third stream, do you remember me? Yes, first of all, I remember your Reddit profile picture, and I remember your very unique name as a Star Wars character. In fact, since you donated, make sure you get yourself some blue milk on your way past the commissary. SCP-4521, thank you for your Mobile Task Force Captain member message. We appreciate your service and your membership. The moss is my husband. Oh, okay. There is moss growing on you, and you are married to it. I see. I don't like it, but I see. And 4521, thank you for donating as well. Make sure to grab yourself a donut on your way past the commissary. Bravo Tango, thank you for becoming a Mobile Task Force Captain here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service in the battle against the White Names. All right, we are through the donations and memberships at the start, which means it's time to begin. So our first Mobile Task Force ranking today is Mobile Task Force Beta-7, codename the Maz Hatters. So, how impressive are the Maz Hatters at hot dog eating contests? Let's find out. Mobile Task Force Beta-7, codename Maz Hatters. Task Force mission. Mobile Task Force Beta-7 specializes in the acquisition and containment of anomalies exhibiting extreme biological, chemical, or radiological hazards, as well as the rapid containment and cleanup of areas affected by such anomalies. This includes the planning and deployment of contingencies for wide area or pandemic spread of anomalous disease agents or other contagious phenomena. Assisting in the containment of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 34 different anomalies, as well as action reports on 3 anomalies. And of course, that's an at least, because we never know that every listing is updated to this page. So with 34 anomalies under their belt, 3 action reports, and the fact that while they are strong in containing anomalies, they are also used to dealing with waste and nuclear waste and terrible things. And if you know how the sausage get made, you know that hot dogs pretty wild there. So they're not going to be grossed out at all. In fact, they are the kings of hoovering up hot dogs, which is why I believe that the Maz Hatters are, in fact, an S-rank hot dog eating team. Yes! Starting on a high note today. Thank you, Just Alice, for your suggestion. Control V the name. They are S rank because they contain many anomalies for strength, and they are grossed out by nothing. They are impervious. S rank hot dog eaters. Now, we have our second priority ranking of the day, which is the person from 19 Chord who helped us find Dr. Desai's file, as they are the creator of Samsara, requested we cover the Jaeger Bombers. And this is Nincompoop from the Site 19 Discord server. Nincompoop requests we cover the Jaeger Bombers, and we will do so in return for your help in research. So let's look up Jaeger. Mobile Task Force Ada-5, codename the Jaeger Bombers. What is their mission? Task Force mission. Mobile Task Force Ada-5 is a rapid response unit specializing in the tracking, capturing, and containment of large-scale aggressors, entities over 30 meters in height. Deploys from and detains LSAs within Dimensional Site 172, assisting in the containment of not only SCP-5514, that's right, the Dragon Slayer, the kaiju fighting mech of the Foundation and the GOC team up, but also 2764, 3534, 4315, 5391, and 7442. If you want to fight a kaiju, you get the Jaeger Bombers. And so, oh my word, I, for one, cannot at all... They're fighting kaiju. They're fighting kaiju. How could I rank a kaiju fighting team less than S rank? Can you give me a reason why they're not S class? Because I can't think of one. Do you know how many calories they need to carbo load to be able to pilot those freaking robots? That alone is insane. So yes, unless someone has a very good reason, I am saying that Ada-5 is definitely another S-class hot dog eating menace. S rank. They pilot giant robots against kaiju. Enough said. All right, coming back to the chat now. Oh, got some donos to catch up on. Let me do those real quick. Guardian Witch, thank you for donating again. I meant the monsters in the VHS movies. I'm sure you did, but then that was a lot. And there are a lot of different monsters. And the amount of time it's going to take to look at all of them separately, I would like you to pick a specific one. Because that is a lot of movies and a lot of monsters. So I need you to narrow the field of study for this kind of hypothetical in a casual stream setting. Check something real quick. Oh no. Oh no, Desk. What you posted in the back channel. I am so entertained. I'm not going to reveal it. I'm going to wait for it to be revealed organically. But I'm so excited. Next up, Jar Jar Binks. Thank you for donating again. Hey, SCP-4417 just breached containment. Also, SCP-049 went in back of the ambulance. Who do we send? Well, 049 does know some medical stuff as long as it doesn't decide you have the pestilence. So, that is one thing. Second, 4417, you say? The Long Way Round is the code name. Refers to a non-standard piece of Foundation equipment bearing the label Model 1 Permaloop Chassis, T-grade. Unearthed beneath Site 54 during its construction. No development of a Permaloop chassis has ever taken place or is currently scheduled, so we don't know where it came from. High-grade vacuum suits, such as those worn by Foundation agents stationed at lunar sites. albeit with significantly higher levels of armor plating, a locking mechanism accessible only from the interior, what appear to be miniature temporal distortion engines attached to the back and shoulders. Storing a single human subject, so yes, it's a suit, it can fit a person, we get it, we get it. And it seems like there's time travel involved. It's not SCP-5000, but it's very similar in concept. So, if this breached containment, my question is, who's in the suit? Who's the man in the suit? Or woman in the suit? Or they, them in the suit? I will not discriminate against people who are stealing with us. I will just terminate them. Do not steal my anomalies. They're meant to be contained. Damn it. Gemini, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself... Oh, you made tacos in the commissary? Oh, sweet. Well, then I guess have yourself some tacos if they're already made. The commissary staff usually handles that, but I'm sure you're just teaching them an excellent home recipe that they will replicate in the future. So, good on ya, good on ya. Bravo Tango, thank you for donating again, as well as being a newly minted member. In fact, that is your first donation of the stream, I believe. So you can grab yourself some of those sweet, sweet tacos on your way past the commissary. And you're telling Jar Jar that you'll send your forces to the breach. Thank you. Get that suit. It seems very important to have. Gamer, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some chimichangas on your way past the commissary. Also, while I'm reading this, Just a Proto, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Gamer says, the Feeling 77 pretty good non-canon as Task Force 77. Pretty good non-canon as I made them up in one semi-superhuman, probably get a lot less unless he gets distracted by flies. To be continued, he hates flies as a side effect of his super serum. Everyone else is just normal. Okay, so all I know about this task force that you just listed is that there's one super soldier who's afraid of flies, and unfortunately that's going to make them a very low-rank hot dog eating team, because hot dogs, obviously it's an outdoor contest, they're going to attract flies. So that's not a good place for your super soldier to be, unfortunately. Captain Echo, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a hot pickle on your way past the commissary. Can you check Omicron-3 makes you drop the pen? Oh, really? Oh, really? But I can check on Omicron-3. So let's take a look at the task force list. Scrolling right along to the top of the list. So there's an Omicron Rho, the Dream Team. Got to scroll down to the second list. I don't think there's an Omicron-13. Is that what you said? Omicron-3, you said. Omicron-3. There is no Omicron-3 on the task force list here. Control F. Omicron-3. Does not exist. Let me check the comprehensive list. Maybe they're on the more crazy list. Full list of Mobile Task Force appearing in articles. Check the Omicrons. Okay, here we go. I found them. Mobile Task Force Omicron-3. Codename Spooky Scary. They are in charge of SCP-2263, SCP-2563, and SCP-2863. So whoever is writing their articles, they were back in the 2000s, and they very much like the 2-something-6-3 numerical values. They're also containing a skeleton gallery, what is this? The Bones of Contention, and something in a language I do not comprehend. But it is it's a population of spectral entities. A giant animated human skeleton. So this is literally Mobile Task Force Omicron-3 is the spooky, scary skeleton Mobile Task Force. This is fun. Okay. Well, Task force that aids in the containment of osteomorphic or skeletal anomalous entities. So they contain 3 different skeletal anomalies. Those anomalies are a safe class, a Euclid class, and a Keter class, so a little bit of everything. You know what? They don't contain that many anomalies. It doesn't look like their anomalies are that hard to contain, so I'm not going to give them a very high hardiness rating. Meanwhile, I don't think I can very much rank them high as hot dog eaters based on that. I'm putting in their code name by hand because of the way the formatting is. I can't do it. I mean, I know they're not skeletons, but also it just keeps screaming in my head that, you know, skeletons can eat a lot of hot dogs because the skeletons will just fall out of their stomach, but that's also a disqualification. That's cheating. So, I don't know. I think I need to give them C rank at worst, B rank at best. I think they're just average. I don't think they really stand out in the hot dog eating way. Not many anomalies contained. If they are skeletons, that's disqualifying because no stomach. I believe it's pronounced Omicron. Are we doing this again? No, I actually think you're right about that one. I do believe I say that one wrong because I like it better. Pronounce Omicron. Wait. Omicron. It's Omicron. Omicron. So it's Omicron in the proper Greek. It's Omicron in America because we say things wrong. We put our flag in it and we claim it. We do not care. I like Omicron. I like it with the E in the middle. Omicron. But yeah, whatever. Whatever. All right, where was my music? Bink. I'm not eating another Bible for that. I didn't make a bet. I admitted I was wrong. I thought yesterday I was totally right. And that was, I mean, come on. Epsilon? Really? Really? Epsilon is how you're going to pronounce that? No, that frickin' bothered me. That's all. Winston, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a newly minted member. Make sure to grab yourself some tostadas on your way past the commissary. Myself and the ethics committee are curious to see where Omega-1 would fall into this list. Omega-1, you say? And Omega-1 I do not believe is already on the list, so let's go to the task force list. And looking around. Ah, yes. To counter Alpha 1, red right hand, we of course have Mobile Task Force Omega-1, codename Law's Left Hand. Task Force mission: empowered to remove or execute high-ranking Foundation personnel if they are determined to be acting unethically. Answers only to the Ethics Committee, counterpart to the Overseer's red right hand. Known deployments for SCP-001, codename Dead Men. SCP-4263, SCP-4339, SCP-6229, SCP-7020, SCP-7306, SCP-7528, SCP-7771, and SCP-7777. You know, 7777. The one where I was accused of a crime that I didn't commit. Just like Mr. Green in Clue, I had to say, I told you I didn't do it! Accuse me of a crime, bastard. Fraudulent bastard. Anyways. So yes, while Law's Left Hand has deployed, honestly, a lot less than I would have thought considering the amount of staff we have in the Foundation, I am actually shocked that we have so few assassination attempts of Foundation staff for doing horrible things. I am actually perplexed by how rare that is. I am proud of our loyalty here at the Foundation. So, you know what? On one hand, like Red Right Hand, I imagine they're kind of stiffs. When it comes to the rules. They're basically the Foundation's internal affairs, which, I mean, no one likes those guys. That said, if I rank them F, they might come after me. So they get a C rank by default. C rank by default. In fact, no, do not hurt me. We'll bump that up to a B rank, guys. We'll bump that up to a B rank. Just don't hurt me. Sumerian, don't give me that look. Sumerian, please. Okay. They're an A rank Sumerian. They're an A rank. Just don't hurt me. As stiff as Alpha 1, but if I rank them low, they'll get me. That is my reason that Mobile Task Force Omega-1, codenamed Law's Left Hand, is a A-rank hot dog eating team. All right, moving down the donos. Billy the Go-Goat, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a big old German pretzel on your way past the commissary. You can get some beer cheese dip, or you can get yourself some spicy mustard. In fact, you can have both, my friend. You can have both. May I request Moo-13, codenamed Ghostbusters? Also, I was really tempted to buy you a gem pen. A gem pen? What is a gem pen? Now I'm curious. I mean, I am going to look it up. What is a gem pen? Streamline Gen Pen. I am unfamiliar with this brand, but the one I'm seeing is quite colorful and shiny. Oh, it has a little diamond on the end, I see. Okay. I wonder how that would affect the weight of the spin. Huh. Curiouser and curiouser, honestly. Can't lie. I find fancy pens entertaining, so could be fun. Could be fun. But before I continue to your request, Zaysi and Kimgleon, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Now, you are asking about the Ghostbusters. Moo-13. Mobile Task Force Moo-13, codename The Ghostbusters. Task Force mission. Mobile Task Force Moo-13 specializes in the tracking, analysis, and containment of incorporeal or intangible manifestations and entities, particularly those believed to be sentient, sapient, or otherwise intelligent and adaptive, assisting in the containment of objects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 anomalies, and 6 action reports. So they are no slum with dealing with anomalies. They have some power behind them, not as many as some teams, but they're good. They're good. They fight. And honestly, I'm going to give them a bravery bonus. If they ain't afraid of no ghosts, they ain't afraid of no competition. So I'm going to say that based on strength, they would be a B-class hot dog eater team, but that boost to their morale and inflappability, especially against a team like, especially against a team like Mobile Task Force Titan off the books, I gotta say that they are an A-rank hot dog eater squad. Mobile Task Force Moo-13, codenamed Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Put them before alphabetical order, please. Please press the right buttons to copy. I'm calling them A-rank. Decent strength of anomaly containment. Unflappable by fear and intimidation. Jar Jar Binks, thank you for donating again. Also, we have found remnants of the clockwork virus. 049 found 2 people who had it. Remember, 049 is an it. It's not a he. When it uses the gender switching stone, it's still not a she. 049 is an anomaly. All anomalies are its. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. Thank you. Do not humanize the anomalies. 049 found 2 people who had it. It has killed them before it left. Well, I would have liked to contain them rather than neutralize them, but I guess it's better than the virus spreading, so mixed results. Just Alice, thank you for donating again. Leaves the commissary with Leaves the commissary with suspicious anomaly-shaped lump in my throat. Tee-hee. What anomaly did you find in the commissary and consume? I didn't even realize I needed to make a rule about that because it's such a foolhardy thing to do. Do not... Yes, obviously I also think that I shouldn't have to make a rule against fraternizing with anomalies, but people are ridiculous, so I guess I should put it in the rules, the site staff guide. Don't eat freaking anomalies, please. Jar Jar Binks, thank you for donating again. Just got a comm link, and there is a SCP eating the wall, and that's how 049 got out. Also, again, but I know you donated this before I said that before, so now just remember the one in the suit. 049 is wearing the time-traveling armored spacesuit. Separate them and get them back in their respective boxes, please. Reacts dramatically and drops pin. Dark Shadow Fang, thank you for becoming a level 1 researcher here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. And thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as becoming a member. Grab yourself, I guess, some cake at the commissary, because happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! I switch SCP-682 and SCP-999's minds. Honestly, if we got to keep 999 in the adaptable, hard-to-destroy body, but it's nice, and then we can destroy 999 the same way we do in Agent Florida Orange, but it's now 682 that's being tortured, I might consider this as an absolute win! Hey! Unless they're in the separate bodies and then the body's biology makes them think differently and so they end up being their opposite personality because it's a physiology thing, then that would not be good. Let's just put them back. Put that thing back where you found it, or so help me. So help me. So help me. Winston Artemis, thank you for donating again. The Ethics Committee is pleased by your answer. Omega-1, stand down. Woo! I knew I was in trouble there. I was on the brink. Imagine SCP-999 saying, disgusting. Oh, yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Bravo Tango, thank you for donating again. I have a report of 096 in someone's office. Permission to deploy. Yes, let's bag it and get it back in its cell, please. How the hell did it get out in the first place? Jonathan Peters, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. As well as being a member, grab yourself some tamales on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, I'm going to play Santa Gone Wild on the world's greatest jukebox. Prepare amnestics and a cover story. Is there a song called Santa Gone Wild that I don't know about? Are you talking about the Weird Al Yankovic song, The Night Santa Went Crazy, which is specifically banned to play on the world's greatest jukebox because you know what's going to happen. It's already happened. We have documentation. Why would you do that again? It was terrible the first time. No, Jonathan, I refuse. If I have to lock you in a cell myself, I will. We are not going through that again. Santa blew up half of the L-Wing last time we did this. No. For more information on the world's greatest jukebox and why we don't allow that song to be played on it, you can check out SCP... What is the designation of it? SCP-3636. SCP-3636 is the world's greatest jukebox. Now, Just Alice, thank you for donating again. Should have let the virus spread. For Mecane? Oh, no. You are not telling me you are one of those religious nuts with the Broken God Church. No. We do not. Okay, settle. Sometimes we have people who follow the anomalous religions on staff for purposes. Just don't. No. We're not letting the virus spread. For Mecane or otherwise. Traveler682, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a plate of curry on your way past the commissary. Reporting for duty, what's my task for today? Well, first, enjoy some curry. Secondly, you know what? Either stop Jonathan from playing that song on the jukebox or start the cleanup and neutralize Santa Claus. That's your mission for the day. Will Tunes, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a Snickers bar on your way past the commissary. How does the Foundation log new anomalies? Well, you have to sign up for Wikidot, and then you have to sign up for an SCP Wiki account, and then you need to go through the green light process, and you need to get critique, and then once your documentation follows Foundation specifications and standards, you can upload it to the database. That's how. As soon as we find an anomaly and contain it and study it, we write up our report. There you go. Give me one moment. I have something to handle. Dr. Chair, keep them occupied a moment. Well, the L-Wing is in shambles. As I thought. Jonathan, when I put this in the report, Omega-1's coming for you next. Jar Jar Binks, thank you for donating again. Sir, that is out of my control. Also, can you try Mobile Task Force Beta-10, codename See No Evil? All right, good. Enough of the chaos that Jonathan has created. Let us start by looking at Mobile Task Force Beta-10, codename See No Evil, for their hot dog ranking. Mobile Task Force Beta-10, codename See No Evil. Task Force mission. Mobile Task Force Beta-10 specializes in the investigation, acquisition, and initial containment of objects or entities exhibiting visual cognitive hazards, visual mimetic agents, or otherwise require indirect or alternative observation in order to safely handle. Assisting in the containment of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 anomalies, as well as 3 action reports. So that's a pretty good stamina and strength score from the amount they are containing. I would give them a B rank based on strength. They're not the strongest, they're not the worst. But See No Evil, I imagine they have some very cool, like, blindfolded hot dog foo. I don't know how blindfolding yourself makes you eat hot dogs faster, but I bet they could do it. A rank. Beta-10 goes on the list. A rank. Pretty strong containment record. Blindfold foo hot dog skills. All right. Dr. Shermdog, the likes. Oh, congratulations, Site 42 staff. You have reached 167 likes to 130 viewers, which means the likes have outpaced the view count. That is how we get the algorithm to bring us more SCP Foundation fans. So thank you, Mobile Task Force Psi 42, codename Signal Boosters, not only the S-rank badasses of hot dog eating, but also the S-rank badasses of gaming the YouTube algorithm to make us stronger, to help the SCP community. Thank you for your service, squad. Bravo Tango, thank you for donating again. I have captured IMC grunts. I could send over as a D class. What is IMC? I'm not familiar with this 3-letter designation. There's so many 3-letter designations, really. Is that an SCP thing that I don't know about? No. I'm not sure what that is, but what I will tell you is that, hey, right now we need a lot of cleanup thanks to the mess Jonathan made. So yes, we can for sure go ahead and send some D-Class over there to assist in the neutralization of Santa Claus. Just Alice, thank you for donating again. The church shall no longer be broken like her. I'm starting to get real worried about you, man. I know you're making a very cool animated show, and people who don't know about Anomaly on YouTube at the Just Alice YouTube channel should probably check it out so we can get more episodes. But you're starting to creep me out with this religiosity. The Ducky, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself, I guess, some bread? Or maybe grapes on your way past the commissary? Quack! Well, quack right back at you. Senior Researcher Frogman, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a soft taco on the way past the commissary. Church of the Fifth God or Church of the Broken God? Well, considering that they were wanting the clockwork virus to spread, I'm assuming it's Broken God. And they also said their broken God, their God is broken. So there's that too. Rose, Iris and Ozymandias, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Dark Shadow Fang, thank you for your member message. Results, licked by SCP-999 and 682's body. Fix them. Well, I'm glad that's fixed. Jonathan, thank you for donating again. Cues up the Ballad of Barry Allen. Enjoy containing Mr. Biggio. That's not how the jukebox works. You see, yes, I did write the document SCP-5886 about the Ballad of Jim Biggio as an homage to the Ballad of Barry Allen, an excellent song by the band Jim's Big Ego. And one of my claims to fame is that the band, Jim's Big Ego, did in fact see my article, read it, and say it was cool. So I kind of feel cool about that. And also that song rocks. Everyone should know that song, and there's a great AMV with The Flash on YouTube that is very good. It's the one that ends with the super fast fist punches on Brainiac, if that's the music video you know about. But playing it on the jukebox would not give us another 5886. It would just spawn The Flash. And it would spawn Barry Allen, The Flash, being all emo. So, we don't need emo Barry Allen running around, please. V, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a cool glass of Melonade on the way past the commissary. Got any new underrated authors to shout out? New/underrated authors. Interesting. So, my first... Okay, let me do it like this. I'm going to go into my videos, and I'm going to see if there's any newer readings where the name of the author sticks out especially. Let me check on them. Tough question, because there's so many good SCP authors. For instance, as I was just going to throw out some SCP author names who always are bumping in a never miss sense, I would like to shout out 3 people. First of all, Ori Tiefling always will hit you with the gay feels. Ori Tiefling articles always stab you in the heart with gay feelings. It is wonderful, Ori. Keep it up. Second of all, both J. Dune and Plague... Is it PJP? What are their letters? Dune and Plague never miss. Anytime I see an article by them, I'm just like, all right, well, I'm going to click on this. Hey, it's awesome. Again, good work, you guys. So, man, oh man. They're just... I don't know if they are considered underrated. They're not rated enough because people don't know them in the same breath as like DJ Cactus and stuff. They are successfully... They need to be more rated. Meanwhile, I don't know much about the new authors yet. I'm sorry I can't answer that one quite off the top of my head. I'm going through a couple more. Gregory Carpin and Harry Blank. Very popular in the community, yes. Not as well known outside the community. They need more love. They write crazy, long, drawn-out cannons of articles. Good stuff. Good stuff. They need to be more rated. And everyone in their little squad needs more rate. I see in the chat, I just saw you and I don't see your name because I accidentally refreshed my feed here. But Voidy, good to see you in the chat. And remember that, know that I did get your email about your show. I just haven't looked at it yet because I've had a busy week. I covered Alice this week. I'm going to look into your email and your stuff next week. So just know, Voidy, I see you, buddy. And I will look at your email soon. I've just been busy. Meanwhile, Desk wants me to remind you that you can't sleep on Billith. Billith, excellent SCP author, very cerebral articles, very science and technobabble, and very, it's not babble when they write it. Billith writes crazy good. It's babble to me because I don't understand the concepts because they're writing way above my mental pay grade. Yeesh. All right. Now, whatever happened to Detective Void anyway? So Detective Void and I got in a fight because I called them out for being a content farm, and they tried to argue with me and in the comments, and I argued with them back. And very shortly after, like a year after that, they decided to retire from making SCP videos. And they claimed it was because they had a moral stance against making horror content for children, which they had been doing for years. So I don't believe them. And then they said they were going to come back with less scary videos, and they just stopped entirely. So they were really... Now, remember, I do not call Detective Void a he, because it is a company. And as a content farm, they were very much a company that was trying to pretend to be an indie artist to trick people into having a parasocial relationship, which I don't like. There were a lot of things I don't like about them. So, what was I saying from there? So yes, they were also very desperately trying to do something which is not cool, which is they were trying really hard to foist people off of their SCP fandom onto their original content for Detective Void and the canon lore, because then they could copyright it. They could not copyright SCP because it's Creative Commons. But they could never really get enough fame from their SCP channel to their non-SCP channel, so that didn't work. And then they just up and disappeared. So at the end of the day, they retired, and I believe it's because SCP YouTube's money really went down after the pandemic. That's also why I believe the Rubber has resorted to just doing compilations and no new material, because it's not worth it to reanimate stuff anymore. Now, someone asked about Dr. Bob. Of the company to content farm pipeline, which remember, company and content farm are both subjective. A company is a group doing things. Content farm is a slang term, a subjective term for companies you don't like. So company is not necessarily bad automatically. It's usually just we call them a content farm if we don't like how they're running the show. Dr. Bob seems to be the least egregious company to content farm walking the line. They are less bad than the others. So we might just call them a company. I've never done a lot of research into them because unlike Detective Void and the Rubber, they didn't have as many stealing other people's arts issues. They didn't have any forgetting to license the articles and making us like yell at them to do the legal minimum to use SCP content. So we didn't have to get salty with Dr. Bob the same way we had to get salty with Rubber and Detective Void. Okay, I am off of the content farm rant. And Demo Fella, this is an interesting question. I think this is my first comment on one of your lives. Well, welcome, and I hope you're having fun enjoying the stream. I'm new to SCP Wiki. Do you recommend anything to start off? So, our stream is going to end in about 30 minutes maximum. And at that point, I always tell you as a tradition, my favorite SCPs. And of course, if you like my work, you're probably also going to enjoy the things I have a taste for. So you might enjoy my favorite SCPs as a starting point. You might enjoy the SCPs I wrote as a starting point. And otherwise, it's just like comic books. There's way too many to ever read them all. Therefore, it's a good thing to get people you know in the community whose taste you agree with and use them to piggyback off the articles they enjoy. So, whenever, for instance, the authors I listed, and by the way, I'm adding Radiger to underrated SCP authors. Radiger, all of their works are great. SCP-5320 is in my favorite articles for a reason. And who can forget, is it 8 million wizards? Is it 800 million wizards? 800 million wizards is a fantastic SCP article as well. It's just not the Infinite Fish, and that's why that's the one that's on my favorites. But anyways, find authors you like and read more of their work, and then see who that author is friends with, and read the work of those fellow authors. Quo the Chloe, thank you for clarifying. 700 million wizards is the name of the article. And the joke is, of the article, one day, every cat on Earth turned into a wizard. A adult human male in a wizard costume and casting magic and bullshit. And the only way to turn them back into cats was to shoot them in the head. And so the Foundation has to travel the world, teaming up with the other groups of interest, shooting wizards in the head. It is fucking hilarious. Radiger is queen shit right there. Yeah, which is it 8320? 8320, because what Radiger likes to do is Radiger likes to use something 320 as her articles. So 5320 is the fish that just goes on forever. 8320 is 700 million wizards. All of the blank 320s, I believe, are Radiger articles from like something on. I don't know when she first claimed it, but she kept doing it. Also, friend of the channel, Paper Doll Wizard, has seemingly made a video in their animated series for SCP Rookies. Paper Doll Wizard has an SCP-8320 episode. So if you want to see an animation of Paper Doll SCP Foundation shooting wizards in the head, it's there for you. Thank you, Paper Doll Wizard. Okay, goddamn, I need to get back on task here. War Thunder, Snull, and Briley, thank you for joining Site42 staff by subscribing. Meanwhile, yes, Desk, you are correct. Who could forget to add SCP #1 Doggo-J to the underrated articles listing before we move on? Now, Demon Sniper, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a cupcake on your way past the commissary. I come with a, oh no! The browser reset while I was reading your message. Give me just one moment to refresh, and I will read what you sent. Scrolling back up. I have come with a group of white names. You brought white names to our chat, but we're in battle against them. I hope that we can defeat them or transform them into green names. Then we would be on the winning side of the battle. Although it is good to bring white names so they can convert. It's good to bring white names so we can convert them to green names. The Ducky, thank you for donating again. You already donated, the Ducky, so thank you for donating again. You are very entertaining and knowledgeable, Dr. Sherman. Well, thank you. I've been around the SCP Foundation I've been making YouTube videos for the Foundation for 10 years now. That means I've been around for 12 to 13 years. So, I've been enough to know some stuff. Whew! Jar Jar Binks, thank you for donating again. How about Mobile Task Force Epsilon-11, codename Nine-Tailed Fox? Honestly, how did we get this far without ranking Nine-Tailed Fox? Are you kidding me? I can't believe it took us this long. Here we go. Mobile Task Force Epsilon-11, codename Nine-Tailed Fox, has entered the facility. Epsilon-11, Nine-Tailed Fox, Task Force Mission. Mobile Task Force Epsilon-11 handles internal security for the SCP Foundation under oversight by Mobile Task Force Alpha-1, codename Red Right Hand. They are a special ops force deployed to Foundation sites when standard protocols fail and multiple breaches are imminent. As such, most of their operations are classified. Assisting in the containment of objects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 anomalies with 3 action reports, and of course, action report of the entire game of SCP Containment Breach as a 4th action report, and Secret Lab as a 5th action report. These are some busy beavers in the Foundation. So, what do we say about the hot dog eating prowess of Nine-Tailed Fox? You know what? My first thing I'm going to guess is I'm going to guess that, you know, Nine-Tailed Fox is a very large team, and they have dealt with a lot of BS. And they have dealt with containment breaches, which means you're containing multiple anomalies at once. And you know what? I'm not going to hold their popularity and meme value against them. I feel like I can't give them less than S rank. I feel like they are just a very capable, very large, and active force. Does anyone disagree that Nine-Tailed Fox, like, slaps? Because I want to, like, demote them because I'm annoyed at how much they come up. Obviously, if you hear something over and over, you get kind of annoyed. But they hit very heavy for their weight class. Desk thinks it's a B. Desk, let me know why you think they're a B. Puppet Boy agrees with S. Zerdrin disagrees, but I don't know who Zerdrin disagrees with. Der Kaiser is thinking they're an A rank. I'm looking for people right now to lower me from A or lower me from S. What reason do you have bringing them down to A or even B? That is I'm looking for arguments against, because they're dealing with very big team. They have a very large team, very heavily armed, and they cover some very dire scenarios. I disagree with you. They'd be an A class because they still work with Alpha 1 and those guys put a damper on everything. Okay. Okay. They do serve under Alpha 1, who are literally F rank. So that is going to hit. Although Desk has changed his tune in the back channels and says, yeah, S rank. So just by their, the fact that I got Desk on my side here means that I'm going to go with my gut here. As much as I want to dock them because I find them oversaturated, I can't deny their effectiveness. And so Mobile Task Force, Epsilon-11, Nine-Tailed Fox, you can sit at the S rank table with the few, the proud, the hot dog champions. Too strong, too vast in number, too versatile to let their mimetic oversaturation bring them down. Demon Sniper, thank you for gifting 10 Site 42 memberships to the team. If you got one of those memberships, make sure you thank them for their generosity in the battle against the white names. Terragal, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some cherry pie on your way past the commissary. The commissary won't let me in. What do I do? Can you get them to let me in? I promise I didn't do anything this time, at least to my knowledge. No, that's pretty weird. I wonder how, in fact, they aren't letting you in. Did they give you a reason? Tell them I said to give you some pie at the very least. Jar Jar Binks, thank you for donating again. Clockwork Virus has affected the B-Wing. But I thought they were neutralized. How is it still spreading? That doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? Get security on the process. I would like to not have to end stream early for this. Joshua and Crystal, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Bravo Tango, thank you for donating again. Jar Jar, setting my force to contain can't infect our Titans. Yes, lock it down. Thank you, Bravo Tango. Senior Researcher Frogman, thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, I was asking which church you liked more. Oh, okay, you were asking me. Well, while I hate both of them, because anomalous groups of interest annoy me, and they keep making more anomalies, which annoys me greatly, it's a headache, it's a lot of paperwork, I must say that At least the Church of Broken God is organized and set up, even with their fractured ranks. Whereas the Fifth Dis are just frickin', they're basically Scientologists. They're awful. They're hippie ooh bullshit. So, yeah, they're way worse. The Ducky, thank you for donating again. Are you aware of Detective Void? I think you must have heard my Detective Void rant earlier on, based on what time this donation was. So I think I got to this already for you. Bravo Tango, thank you for donating again. I feel like 007 doesn't get talked about enough. James Bond? James Bond? Bond. James Bond. No, you're talking about SCP-007, which, you say that, but it's come up on like the last 3 streams. I don't know why 007 is having an attention renaissance here in Site42 chat, but it keeps getting very mentioned, at least recently. But yes, the person with a black hole in their abdomen, or a planet in their abdomen, so to speak. I mean, it's a very short article with not a lot going on. So, if I look at the Tales edition of the Series 1, then they even only have 2 tales to their name. And one of them has been deleted, so it doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, SCP-007 just doesn't have a lot going on the database. So that's probably why they are not talked of very often. They are a very not talked about even on the database anomaly. Silent Follower, thank you for donating again. Or for the first time today? I'm going to assume it's the first time today and let you get some ramen from the commissary. And thank you for your adorable corgi who is waving. By the way, chat, as a time check, I have 12 minutes to get to the end of stream because I got stuff to do today. And so I'm going to rush through these donos and rank any more mobile task forces I can get to. But I do have places I got to be, so be cautious on that. I'm doing my best. Space War Gaming, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some Ramyeon on your way past the commissary. If the backrooms was an SCP with the entities count, they would be -1s, -2s, -3s, you know, etc. Or -A's, -B's, -C's, if that's how you would like to note it, because people can use dash numbers or dash letters interchangeably in their documentation. It's a preference thing. Jonathan Peters, thank you for donating again. Another underrated article is 7-2. How fucking dare you? How dare you bring that thing 729-J up as an underrated article? And by the way, I told you the rules for sharing fan art are it happens on Fan Art Friday, but I am allowed to make exceptions if I see something that has to be shared immediately. And I saw something that has to be shared immediately. I actually saw 2 things that need to be shared immediately. So here's number 1, because junior researcher Sally is a freaking monster. And apparently psychic, because you can read my dreams and how horrified I am. I don't know how you knew what it looks like in there. But secondarily, I also see this, and this makes me feel better. Dr. Shermdog does make me feel better about this whole situation. So thank you, junior researcher Sally. You're all insane. What do you mean, paradise? Okay, where was I? Demon Sniper, thank you for donating again. Lol, I brought white names and 10 green names. Yes, reinforcements. Thank you, Demon Sniper, for donating again and for being so generous with your membership donos. Sanzil, welcome to Site42 staff. Thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Grab yourself one of those big chocolate chip cookies on your way past the commissary. Markiplier broke in the facility. What do we do? See if he wants to be in my SCP movie. Ask him. Yeah, let's get him on board. I'm Choose Your Own Adventure YouTube series. Containment breach with Markiplier. Can you see it? Yes, that's the plan. We just need to hook him after he's done with his movie. The Ducky, thank you for donating again. I am just a random anomaly who is enjoying themselves here. Well, I'm glad at the least you're enjoying yourself and not starting any issues. I appreciate that. Bravo Tango, thank you for donating again. Are bees anonymous since they're not supposed to fly? Well, I don't know the names of any bees, so they are in fact anonymous. At least to me. Maybe you know some bees' names and those bees are not anonymous to you. But yes, I know it was a typo. You mean anomalous. I was just having some fun. They are not anomalous, except for the fact that they are, if you've read the SCP tale on the wiki, bees, 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 bees. Just a sneak preview of the tale, bees. Or no, it's just called bees with one bees. It's not bees, 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 bees. But looking into the insane notes of this person who was affected by the bees anomaly, what if bees and werewolves were sworn enemies? What if dogs were unable to perceive bees? What if bees had subwoofers? What if nobody realized that the bees had an evil plan? What if bees were censored by the government? What if transition metals reacted with bees? What if bees framed a politician for larceny? What if bees had ties to organized crime? What if bees unwittingly morphed into bricks during the full moon? You gotta read the SCP tale Bees. It is a classic of early SCP. And at a plus rating of 933, it's quite an article. Demon Sniper, thank you for donating again. Hey, I'm stealing 999 till next stream. See ya. Put that thing back where you find it, or so help me. I don't care how generous you are in the battle against the white names. 999 stays on site. Thank you. Bunny Lover, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some meat pies on your way past the commissary. Hey, Doc, what about my Art of SCP-999 with cat ears? I don't remember seeing that. Although we did have a rule that specifically 999 had to be particularly high effort, because sharing art that's just an outline with orange coloring of 999, a lot of people draw 999 because it's very simple. So if we want to share fan art of 999 on the wiki, you got to make it more elaborate than just a 999, because that's really simple. You know what I mean? We're trying to take the SCP Wiki's stance on quality, and we're trying to push people to up their art game. And so the doodles have to have meaning, or they have to be of a high quality to meet the bar. We're just like the wiki. We have a bit of a quality bar because we want you to push yourself. We want you to improve your craft. We want you drawing and doodling and making it better and better. Sheeny, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a papaya on your way past the commissary. Scientologists are not hippies, they're grifters. Well, the higher level ones are definitely grifters. The lower level ones, they can be hippie-ish with their ooh-woo, space alien bullshit. But you're right, they are more grifters. It's the higher level ones are absolutely grifters. The lower level ones, they got suckered into it. Same way the Republican Party does it. What? Who said that? Who said that? Sanzil, thank you for donating again. Oh no, Matt Pat broke into the building. Well, he can be in our movie too. Yes, he would make a very good researcher. Lots of science, I believe in that. Jar Jar Binks, thank you for donating again. You're not taking 999, I'm sending a team. Do I have clearance to send them? If they keep trying to steal 999, then yes. Yes, you do. Tiny Swan Grand Adventures, thank you for your level 1 member message, although it's a blank member message, but we still appreciate your membership and your service. Science Rules Gaming, you are doing a movie? The movie is very hypothetical right now. It is, if it is, we need another 29 million subscribers. We need Markiplier money to make production of a movie possible. Right now, Site 42, based on shorts and streams, I can support myself, and that I can almost support myself. I still have my day job. That's how much that Site 42 has not made me rich by any means. And I also give it to the SCP artists and moderators on staff here at Site 42. We need a lot more if we're going to be the ones who make the movie, but that's the goal. Over time, we're going to get there. Right now, we are nearly the highest rated SCP Foundation YouTube creator. We just got to keep going because we got to catch up to the rest of YouTube when it comes to budget. Doomsday 2 Master, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a chicken salad on your way past the commissary. Hey, quick question. Were Carbonadium from Marble Comments and Wolverine's Muramasa Blade be able to kill 682? They can kill anyone with healing factors and regeneration. No, they would not be able to do it, because 682 is capable of jettisoning body parts with force to get rid of anomalies that infect it. And so what it would do is it would sit back and launch things at them while fleeing to make sure that it's not struck by the blade on the base of the body. You would not be able to catch 682 with that thing. Bunny Lover, thank you for donating again to clear by SCP-999, although I did get that. Ryder, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a rice ball on your way past the commissary. Wish you a nice rest of the day without any casualties. Please excuse my poor spelling. It's $10 US. Well, much obliged for the Mazier classification. Also, your spelling was good. So, you're good at least on that message. King, Demon, Black Fire, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some marshmallows on your way past the commissary. Here, have a donation from the GOC. From a definitely anonymous donator. Yeah, that's it. Definitely not the Global Coalition. Whew! I was glad to hear that it's not it. Dark Shadow Fang, thank you for donating again. The Doomslayer has entered the facility. That is dangerous. I don't like having the Slayer around. It's very indiscriminate with its fire. Can we lock it in a sarcophagus so it doesn't blow us up, please? I'd appreciate it. You gotta treat the Doomslayer the same way you treat Abel. That's about it. Demon Sniper, thank you for donating again. I'm stealing 999 and entering SCP-3008. Good luck ever finding me. I will terminate you myself if you get that little goo ball stuck in the infinite IKEA. I will hunt down your entire friends and family. Anyone whose life you touched will be no more. I will erase you from existence. I will erase you from the past and the future if you get that goo ball stuck in SCP-3008. This is your only warning. The Ducky, thank you for donating again. Please do a movie. Well, yes, I have plans for a series of, just like I tell anybody who makes an SCP project, you have to start small. So the first project I ever make, when I have the budget, trust me, I'm going to ask you guys soon to crowdfund something. And it's going to be a situation where I'm not going to be the person producing it, like making it, but I know a team that can do it. And they gave me a budget. Once we have a script, there will be a crowdfund. And it's going to be a small project, a starter project. And just know, when that day comes, Mobile Task Force Site 42, I will be depending both on donations and the signal boosting. Because we're going to go big. There will be a Kickstarter. There will be a project. I, fingers crossed, think it will be within the next year. I hope so. So I will let you know when the time is then. And then Mobile Task Force Site 42, we will get to work. It will be a short, it'll be a low-risk project, very unambitious, just to get our feet wet. and just to prove that we can start working our way up the ladder. That's how we do it. If we go too big from the start, we fail and we never make it. We need to build momentum. That's why I like Just Alice, because their show is 3 to 8 minute episodes, and they've got 2 episodes out because you start small, you can keep going. I want to see the rest of their episodes. That's why I became a patron of them, because I have faith in them. Jar Jar Binks, thank you for donating again. I'm going to log off reporting back to the chaos. Yes, and then tell us what they're up to. Please. Just Alice. Oh, coincidence. Just Alice. Thank you for donating again. If you need help making an SCP movie, I do have a degree in filmmaking, specializing in screenwriting and producing. An SCP movie is needed so badly. I will keep you in mind as screenwriting fam. Screenwriting fam is the most important kind of fam to have if you want to write a show or a movie or a series. So yeah, let's we are now in touch, and we will continue to be in touch. Aaron and Arft, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Lemon, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some chips and guac on your way past the commissary. Where did you get that necklace? It's unique. Actually, it was a gift, but if you look up yoga bead necklaces on Amazon, you can find like 4-packs in multiple colors. So you can find them online. That's the best I can do for you. Demon Sniper, thank you for donating again. I'm stuck in SCP-3008. I'm sorry. Jar Jar, did you successfully stop them from getting there with 999, or who was on that? Who was on that? Who was on that mission to stop them? Yeah, Jar Jar, did you stop them? Did you get 999? I'm fine if they're stuck in 3008. They deserve it for trying to steal 999 in there. Devil's Hour, welcome to Overseer level membership here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. We are doing our best to make SCP content, growing the scope of what that means on YouTube, and your donation is appreciated. Jar Jar Binks, thank you for donating again. Some dude just said, is there a N-word SCP? Did we, Desk, did we find and ban that person? We don't need that in the chat. I place my faith that Desk is on it. Ryder, thank you for donating again. Sorry to annoy, but can you please tell which SCP has killed the most people in the facility regardless of their position? The most kills in a facility regardless of their position? Really, it has to be... Okay, so here's the deal. It is either 682, because every time it breaches, it does like a big thing that causes a lot of fatalities. Able is less at once, but it's more consistent, because Able just keeps killing people and getting killed, and killing people and getting killed, and killing people and getting killed. So that's another one that's probably high up in the rankings. But we could, if we cheated and blinked, we could count SCP-3999 because of its reality-bending, time-looping, universe rewriting, and how many people it's killed over its time just to torture researcher Talaran. It has probably got the highest kill count. Raccoon Dog, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. As well as being a member, grab yourself some strawberry milk on your way past the commissary. Hey, Dr. Byrne and Sherman. Oh, is that a General Sherman reference? Nice. You seem happier today. Finally got the tree to scream? No, I didn't. I was just having fun with the hot dog rankings again. It was so much fun yesterday, I decided to do it again. And it was fun again. And we're not going to do it 3 days in a row, but we will bring it back. Hot dog rankings are now a mainstay of Site 42. Welcome. Demon Sniper, thank you for donating again. SCP-999 is sitting on my lap still. He's keeping me sane. It's an it. It's an it. It's not a he. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. When I'm done with these last donos, I'm ending stream, and I'm going to rewrite reality without your existence. You're welcome for your crimes. Jar Jar, thank you for donating again. I have 999. Me and him will be waiting outside your office. Again, it's an it, but it's fine. At least you got... So wait, is it like each of you has half of 999? That's not unheard of. This is a very confusing situation. Sheeny, thank you for donating again. If I need to go into 3008, I will. Need to say I have experience with dangerous liminal spaces. Yes, your experience with the back rooms will do you well in there. In fact, I feel it's less dangerous because there's not levels to the 3008. It's just the one very large level. Okay, we made it to the end of stream. How many hot dog rankings did we add today, team? We added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 new rankings. That's a good addition to the rankings. I feel like we accomplished things well today. And so, coming to the end of stream, as always, I tell you my favorite SCPs. Now, I'm not going to tell you that the SCPs that I wrote are my favorites. That would be cheating. Of course I love the documentation I wrote. It's so well written because I think so. But, you know, if you want to read the SCPs I wrote, you could go to the Sherm Site 42 author page, Site 42 hub and author page on the SCP Wiki. There you can see all of the SCPs I personally wrote, as well as see all of the SCPs I contributed voice lines or audio sound effects to, and you can go check out our donation links. You can become a Site 42 patron or a YouTube channel member if you'd like to donate to us monthly. You could do a Ko-Fi donation or a YouTube super chat if you want to donate to us one at a time. Either way, cash money helps me support myself as well as my team of moderators and editors, and we all appreciate your contribution to the Site 42 cause. And even if you can't donate cash money because you are broke, gang, trust me, it's an arts community. A lot of us are broke, gang, I get it. Even if you are just here, sharing, subscribing, liking, commenting in the chat and the videos, you are an honorary member of Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename the Signal Boosters, and you are a valued assist in boosting Site 42 and the SCP Foundation in general, so we can support the wiki and its authors and its artists and its film devs and game devs and animators, all that. And so we salute you, especially your S-rank hot dog eating prowess. Now, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning for that last one, it's a bit of a doozy. Speed round, 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, and 8980. Content warning for the last one. Some last minute donos came in, let's wrap them up. Jar Jar Binks, thank you for donating twice. Can you make me an admin or something? Well, I know we have plenty of admins at Site 42, and you're doing quite well in your current capacity as a security force. You don't really jump from the security side to the admin side. Usually it's, you stay in your lane, kind of. It's just not the same skill set. Nonsense Falls, Mystic, and Paul King, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Jar Jar, you also said, I have 999 all of it, meet me outside. Just take it back to its security cell. I do have to run very quickly. I got places to go. Demon Sniper, thank you for donating again. I am going into hiding. I left 999 on the Eiffel Tower. There's not an Eiffel Tower in the Infinite IKEA, is there? Did someone get bored and build their own Eiffel Tower? This is lore I don't know about. Dandy Bill, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, I think. Grab yourself some pork buns on your way past the commissary. Have a great day. You too. Thank you. You as well. And Chester Factory, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Sorry you showed up right at the end again. Thank you for being a member as well. Grab yourself a Chicago-style hot dog on your way past the commissary. I love how you say no particular order, then do it in the same order every time. Well, the order is the numerical rhythm I'm used to saying. That is an order. But the reason it's no particular order is because I don't rank them as my favorite in that order. It's not like 3999 is my most favorite. They're all favorites in no particular order in that manner. If that needed clarification, there it is. So, with that, Site 42 staff, Mobile Task Force Site 42, codename Signal Boosters. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. There's been another coffee break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site 42. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next video and or stream. Oh, I'd love to be an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I truly like to be. 'Cause if I was an Oscar Mayer wiener, everyone would be in love with